Hello everyone and welcome back to Astroneer. I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to post recently. I have been very busy with school and whatnot. But I had an interesting idea the other day and I had some time to make this video, so I thought I'd throw it together and it's going to spark a brand new playlist in Astroneer that I'm very excited to work on. So the idea that I had is I was thinking about tungsten. And tungsten is, in real life, a very dense material, and I realized that we really don't have a lot of numbers for anything in the Astroneer universe. So I figured, let's take a little bit of a scientific investigation into tungsten and see if we can start slapping some numbers onto some things. So here's a screenshot that I'm going to use my amazing Photoshop skills on in just a moment, but before we do so, I want to highlight a key assumption that needs to be made, and that is that the Astroneer space being that we all know and love is human. I don't believe it is mentioned in the game lore, and while the characters are humanoid, I don't believe it is specifically said that they are human. And this is necessary because this is the only way that we can actually bring measurements into the world of Astroneer. Taking the height of the Astroneer to be 1.6641 meters, which is a value that I've found in a couple other places on the internet, so I'm okay with using this estimation, we can stack each of the tungsten cubes in a different orientation to figure out how many times that dimension goes into the height of the human. In the first case, this is 3.25 times, second is 3.6, and the third is 2.7. Now, this is a very rough estimation tool because, as you can see, the second and third columns are slightly below the feet of the Astroneer, which makes it so I had to estimate a little bit lower than I originally was planning to, so I tried to compensate, but ultimately I did my best. I'm not entirely perfect. With these values, we can actually figure out the distance for each of the dimensions of the tungsten cube. In the first case, this is 0.512 meters, the second is 0.46225 meters, and the third is 0.6163 meters. Now this is where the second assumption comes into play, and that is that this is a perfect rectangle. As you can see in the images, this is not entirely the case. There are some bits that are missing if we considered it a perfect rectangle, so our estimation is going to be slightly overboard, but as you can see in just a second, it doesn't really matter. And that is because when we actually try to calculate the mass, we can start by the density of tungsten, which is 19.28 grams per centimeter cubed. Even though our values were in meters, we can multiply real quickly by 100 to get them into centimeters, and we find that the mass of a singular tungsten block in Astroneer is 2,812.2 kilograms, or 6,199.8 pounds. If you thought one bar was impressive, then keep in mind the Astroneer can carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 tungsten bars. This equates for a grand total of just under 40,000 kilograms. And keep in mind that your Astroneer can jump perfectly fine, it can run around, everything works completely normally. So, I thought this was kind of a little bit of a fun experiment to dive into the realm of Astroneer and explore the mysteries of the very dense material known as tungsten. But that's all I have for you, and hopefully this will start the beginning of a brand new series called Astroneer by the Numbers, and I've got a couple things that I'm going to investigate, and I hope you guys will enjoy it too. So, thank you all for watching, have a good rest of your day, evening, and or night, and we'll see you soon.